All right. I apologize for the bit of delay. 7:05, call it this meeting to order. If we have a roll call, we'll stand for the pledge. Is that order?
Roll call. So Brooke Burchett Williams.
Here.
Deb Cassini Klein.
Here.
Diane Law.
Here.
Matt Castilla. Here. And we have a couple members who are not present this evening. I don't see them online. Valerie Renthaler and Adam McDowell. And of course, the mayor, Paul Gamrad, is here.
Here.
And President Jay Dorn.
I'm still here. All right, we can stand for the pledge of allegiance. We're going to I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hoorah. All right. Fall is pretty soon upon us. The September meeting, a regular meeting. We will start with, of course, the most important people that are here, and that is our residents. We'll start with public comment. If you would like to comment, I'll start here in the room, and then we'll move outside of the room. If you'd like to comment, you can stand. If you're able, state your name and your address. This is for taxpayers and residents. And you got 3 minutes, and the floor is yours. So I will start here. Anyone? And I got some head shaking, but you know. But I appreciate your presence as always. That being the case, I'll look to individuals online. It begins with Sandy Fox. Sandy, when you're able to unmute yourself, if you can state your address. We will, since I've already stated your name, I'm pretty sure, just make sure, Sandy, so you can state your name as well, and then we'll be able to move forward.
Okay, I'm Sandy Fox, 38 Holland Road. And I actually have a question out of a concern about the recycling. I heard recently that the recycling doesn't include glass, which was a surprise to me. I didn't realize that. So I wanted to ask if that was true, if the recycling does not include glass, and if the glass is going into the landfill. And if that is true, if we can change that so that we get glass recycled as well. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, excellent question. I'm sorry, Alex.
If you'd like me to answer,
Sure.
I can.
Sure.
Yeah, the way we bid it is we bid it with glass recycling and without. And I assume council's going to be going with the one that has with, because there's no price difference from the low bidder between with or without, and they are recycling it. They have to, when they enter into an agreement, certify and sign that they are recycling that which they are collecting, not landfilling it. That's a great question.
Thank you, Sandy. I hope that answered your question for you. Looking to see if there are other individuals who wanted to comment. As you know, there's the kind of raise your hand button. I try to give a couple seconds when you're online to give you the extra opportunity. I'm not seeing anybody. I do have a phone caller as well, but I'll give it an extra quick second to see if anybody wants to comment who is online before I go to the caller and see if they're available. Seeing no one raising their hand. There is one caller I see as well. If we want to move them over and see if they want to unmute or not. So I've got call-in user 1, give it a couple seconds. If you don't unmute, I will assume that you are not interested in making a comment either. But we do appreciate everyone here. And if nothing else, listening to your local government, trying to do the best we can. At this time, I'm going to close public comment and move forward then to the ordinary items on the agenda, beginning with the minutes.
Mr. President, I move to accept the meeting minutes from the Monday, August 1, 2022 Borough Council Workshop Meeting and Monday, August 8, 2022 regular council meeting.
Second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion regarding the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? And the minutes are accepted without opposition. Moving to the mayor's report, Mr. Mayor, if you had any beginning comments before motion hits the floor.
I do, thank you, Mr. President. Chief Ronald Ackley has reported to me that there were no critical or significant incidents during the month of August 2022. Officers handled a total of 1,156 events for a total of 8,912 year-to-date, consisting of both calls for service and proactive patrol engagements and detail, resulting in 8 arrests. Chief Ronald Ackley has reported the total amount of magisterial fines collected for the month of August 2022 was $610.09. The total for year 2022 is $4,622.16. The department's police vehicles logged 4,967 miles in the past month. Our number 10, the 2017 Ford Interceptor SUV, is out of service due to the accident. There are talks with the insurance company to get a fair settlement for the vehicle. The ticket summary for the month of August 2022 was 42, 1 non-traffic, 1 parking, and 42 traffic tickets. On August 28, 2022, our officer Libby Sage proudly participated in the annual Macy's Shop with a Cop event held at the Monroeville Mall. Officer Sage accompanied 8-year-old Brooklyn, a Churchill resident, who is a second grade student at the Woodland Hills Wilkins Primary STEAM Academy. Officer Sage and Brooklyn started the day with a police parade around the mall complex, where Brooklyn got to ride along with Officer Sage. Both then enjoyed breakfast together before embarking on their 2-hour shopping spree, where Brooklyn was allotted $250 to spend on new school clothes and supplies. Both Officer Sage and Brooklyn clearly enjoyed their day together. Details and other related statistics concerning the police department during the month of August 2022 are reported in the attached police department reports. If you notice at the beginning, when I talked about the total calls, the wording is a little bit different. We had some questions about how that was, exactly what that was. I'm talking with the chief. The answer to that is all calls, no matter what they do during the month, regular patrols is all considered a call for service. They kind of broke it down to just the regular routine patrols and calls. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. At this time, I entertain a motion to accept the mayor's report.
So moved.
Second. Thank you both. Any discussion on the mayor's report?
This one, I don't know if council, everyone got to see the pictures of Officer Sage and our young resident
I did.
enjoying the day.
I will say now they looked like they were having a good time together. Very nice.
It was very nice.
Any other discussion matters on the motion floor? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? And the mayor's report is accepted without opposition. This moves us on to number 5 and 6, the treasurer's report and the paying of the bills.
Mr. President, I would make a motion to accept the treasurer's report from the month ending August 31st, 2022, and directing the finance officer to pay the bills for the Borough of Churchill accrued since August 8th, 2022.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Brooke. Any discussion on the matter? As a matter of point on the paying of the bills, anytime that we have bills that are higher than 15,000, we always read those separate just to make sure people know any big expenditures. It's a little different now that we post them all up. You can see them as I say. It used to be so much more exciting when you didn't know what I was going to say before I said it. But nonetheless, for the purposes of this month we have Solar Construction, the amount of $69,884.82. That's for the storm sewer contract repairs. We have Gateway Engineers, the amount of $39,255.90. Again, that's the professional services. Then we've got the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania loan agreement, the amount of $32,000, which is yearly fire truck payment. And then Bigliotti Landscape and Construction, the amount of $17,233.57, which is for our general maintenance for the month of August. Is there any other discussion regarding the payment of the bills or the treasurer's reports? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it is accepted without opposition. This moves us on to action items number 7, which is, I think, on your slate.
Sounds good. Mr. President, I would make a motion to award option A1 from the bid list below, which is to Waste Management for our, for our contracted recycling and waste services from January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2027. That is the contract for collection, disposal, processing of municipal solid waste, yard waste, recyclable materials, household hazardous waste, and electronic waste. And that is to Waste Management for option A-1 in the amount of, total amount for contract is $2,565,280.60. And that, in addition to the motion, is that is with coordination of the borough manager and solicitor for final contract language.
Duly said. Well, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Is there a second from the man who just got us through that motion?
Second.
Thank you, Brooke. Is there a discussion of the matter?
I'll add one discussion item, that is the option that includes curbside glass recycling. Just to be clear.
And CNG
And
truck.
CNG trucks,
Correct.
right?
Which is the same price, even if you didn't have the cloud, right?
For that particular vendor, yes.
Yeah.
And he also added a couple additional leaf and brush collection holes throughout the year.
Yeah, the contract, if I'm correct, and anyone can correct me if I'm wrong, increases our yard waste pickup. You know, moves us to a more eco-friendly space using CNG and gas trucks essentially, as opposed to like natural gas, as opposed to diesel. And does so in a way that includes glass and not at an additional price. And then if you look on the actual bids that are up, you'll see that the Republic services were so much higher. And that really is about the requirement that we're asking in terms of the CNG trucks about being more environmentally friendly. And so since they didn't have those trucks, essentially, that would include them having to actually get those trucks, which is why one is in, 2,500,000 and the other one is 9,900,000. So I appreciate all the work that you guys have done on this, one of many that you guys have in front of you. But it's a, good bid specs and
Adam was able to chair a meeting today on that.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, he was. Adam and the committee did a wonderful job.
Yes, they sure.
yeah.
So he's not with us this
They're not
evening,
here,
but
that's
he
right.
did take time to
Yes,
go
he
through
did.
the committee and.
And just one last discussion comment would be, for the average resident that has one recycling can and one trash can, it should be somewhere around the neighborhood of about $5 a month more expensive. Which, given the fact that the last contract was bid 5 years ago, and labor costs are up and, fuel costs, other stuff, that's pretty good.
Just put it in the relative space of inflation.
Yep.
And recognize that to come out at $5 more a month, even, I consider $5 more a month with less services would still be a general deal given where inflation is, but to actually increase our services, be able to do so in a way that is also better for our environment. I think generally they've done a very good job and done so for the residents of Churchill. So any other discussion on the motion? Hearing none, then all in favor? Opposed? And motion passes without opposition. The contract will move over then to the borough manager and solicitor for review, at which time, if not, it goes through, it can be awarded. This moves us on to number 8. If I can get someone to jump on some action on number 8, so I know we have a chance to talk to it.
Mr. President, motion to authorize the purchase of a 2022 Dodge Ram 2500 tradesman regular cab 4x4 with a light bar, plow, and salt spreader from the Jim Shorkey Auto Group. Co-stars number 013247 for Churchill Borough Public Service Director. The total price for the Dodge Ram truck with the light bar, plow, and salt spreader is $71,729.45.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. I am not given short motions today, I see. That is very clear. Any discussion on the matter? Yeah, this is the old truck was how old now?
to 2011.
Yeah, so it's been 11 years, I can't do my math in front of me. You know, definitely time to replace. And so this is where we are. Any other discussion?
This is the truck, that Ralph uses, you know, on our streets. And, when we get compliments about how well we take care of snow and ice on the streets, this is one of the ways that we do it. So congratulations.
Just a small nuance in this truck, in the last truck, the light bar package we're getting him enables him to, if he's out and there's an emergency call, he's able to use a different set of lights on this new truck. It was kind of interesting. The old truck didn't have that. It just had basically safety lights.
Yeah,
But this enables him, if he needs to drive a little faster to get to an accident scene, not to have to come back necessarily to make that move. He can kind of respond with that. Not that he does that a lot.
right,
It's
but
good
just
to
to
know.
have that, the safety of the residents to be able to make that switch, even if he's going directly there, that's
Yeah.
important. Good call, good call. All right, any other discussion on the matter? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? And it passed without opposition. Moving us on to number 9.
Mr. President, I would make a motion to direct the borough manager to advertise the draft occupancy inspection ordinance for consideration by council, borough council in October.
Second,
Any discussion? I will say that I still have, I'm gonna look at it, still haven't had a full chance, and that's on me. I've had a lot of other things going on. And I will do so before final passage of any ordinance that I can tell you for sure. Any other discussion on the matter? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? And the motion passes without opposition. This moves us on to staff reports. To ensure that I don't do what I did last time, I will start with our fantastic borough engineer, AKA, Felipe's doppelganger. Dennis, what do you got?
Thank you, Mr. President. Just real quick, we do have the paving program is still ongoing. If you've been by there, contractor did mill the road last week. They're working on sub-base repairs. Everything's still within the general scope of the original bid. It is expected that they complete that work and complete the paving here this week. Otherwise, I know we had talked about, I'll be back on Friday to help with an informational session to go over the regulatory requirements the borough is facing and what has been completed for those this past year, what is anticipated for the next year, as well as some of the road program review from this year and moving into the future as well. That's all for me, unless there's any questions.
Any questions, folks? Don't hear any questions. I will say, the wonderful kind of maps that are in there giving the paving program that the current status was super helpful for me. Just as kind of a side note, really helped me kind of understand where we are. I kind of laughed a little bit at my own street, knowing that it had to kind of stop. I remember they did one side that we didn't have enough, so we had to wait 2 years to do the other side. We got halfway through Garrett Drive, and then they had to stop and come back 2 years later to do the other half of Garrett Drive, which, as you can imagine, being a council member on Garrett Drive, the people on the other half had lots of comments regularly for me. But it's good to see, and it's something that really kind of lays out kind of where we are as we're trying to really work on ensuring that our infrastructure is where it needs to be. And I really appreciate the effort that's been put out to make it happen. You're seeing it for the residents. We're seeing it, a return on investment from the work of our council people, Matt, your committee and staff, and our contractors as well. Right? So that's my only comment. I don't know if anybody else has any comments on that, or we'll move to next step.
I just wanted to quickly say how much I appreciate the quality of the reports that we get. They're very detailed and very well organized, and I don't think I've ever said that publicly before, but I want you to know how much I appreciate it.
Excellent. I'm going to move forward. Ralph, I'm both on Public Works and Fire. If you have anything to report today.
Thank you, Mr. President. A couple things. The guys are gearing up for fall now, so we're getting out of the summer mode into fall mode and winter mode. The fire department, unfortunately, the reports thought we're going to be done today weren't. So we're at 343 calls for the year. It's been pretty busy. So we're rolling along. And I'd like to thank council for approving the new public works truck. That's it, Mr. President. Thank you.
Well, it is our pleasure, I can tell you right now. We're always proud to have you here, so you do our residents proud. As does the rest of the public works team and our volunteers at the fire department.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We move forward to Mr. Manager.
Well, got some good news to report. Council voted by resolution to apply for an active Allegheny grant. And we got a letter today from Lance Chinka, the director at the Redevelopment Authority of Allegheny County. Thanks to your work and others, the Gateway Engineering putting the application together. So that's one of what we hope to be 2 grants to complete an active transportation grant for, or plan for our community, or mobility, active mobility plan. I'm not sure I'm using the right words, but anyways, we've got 30,100 from this grant, and we're looking at, we've applied for 12,900 from the Walk Works. We don't have confirmation of that. So we're looking at a $43,000 plan to complete. Really excited about that. That's again, credit to you all for working to get that grant money. And if it all is successful in the new year, we'll be looking to start public participation and getting that, that mobility plan underway.
Awesome. I like good news. Any comments or questions from folks for a manager? I would just point out that I am appreciative of Lance's and ACED's willingness to work with us and get us the grants that help our community. I would hope that as we move forward, that we'll continue to see that from the county. I think that they recognize the value of the East, and I think we find ourselves to be one of the jewels of the East. And so hopefully we will see more grants and more funding coming from the county in a way that helps our borough move forward. So I certainly would thank Lance and his team for the work they've done so far, and hope that we can see significantly more moving forward. Okay, if there's nothing else there, Mr. Solicitor, anything on the table for you?
Mr. President, I have no report this evening.
Okay, that's just like the silverware closet of the Hotspurs, empty. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, at this time we'll move around the table. If people have any comments on council, closing comments before we go, including Mr. Mayor, we can start with you. And work our way here.
First of all, to thank the residents who show up faithfully every month. We really appreciate you coming and being part of the meeting. And certainly the people who join us online. I know with all that Alex has done to make this possible, certainly has opened the door for many people, to stay at home and still be part of the proceedings. So I thank everyone for that. I also wanted to announce that we have 3 and possibly 4 on the way, new additions to our borough family. Officer Chris Shell and him and his wife, they had delivered a baby boy, Oliver Shell. Officer Lewandowski and his wife Brittany delivered another baby boy, pretty close together each other, Nikolai Lewandowski. And Councilor Valerie Ryathaler, she gave birth, her and her husband gave birth to Ava Cecilia just recently. And I know tonight, Adam is in the hospital now with Carly, waiting to be a new father. So we congratulate them.
Of course, Michelle.
And Michelle. Okay. There she is.
There is something in the water of Churchill. Whatever it is good stuff. And I certainly am excited for all of that. And all the wisdom, all the blessings, and that they get some sleep. Good luck.
As parents, we know the joys
They
of
know,
parents, the ups and downs, the ins and outs.
Yes.
The lack of sleep.
The lack of sleep, the first thing that comes to mind when that newborn comes. That's all.
But it's all fun. We give it for.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Matt?
Just one quick comment that don't forget to check the schedule, when Waste Management, last sent out the calendar for last year. I think October starts our leaf collection, but it's also posted on the borough website. So as we start to head towards fall, make sure you're checking the schedule so we're getting leaves out on the correct date.
Perfect. So it says my 3,000 gallons of leaves that I get. Brooke, anything?
I have nothing tonight. I'm actually very quiet tonight. Thank you for attending tonight's meeting. I hope all of you are doing well. If there's anything that we can assist you with, please do not hesitate to reach out and let us know.
Outstanding. Done.
Just a reminder to our residents, it's 12 days away, our Churchill Celebrates Day at St. John Fisher, on the grounds of St. John Fisher Church. It's sponsored by the Churchill Rec Board. We are going to have food trucks, ice cream truck, kids games, and live music from local musicians. And I think it's going to be fun, and we're crossing our fingers with the weather, but everyone's invited. Talk to your neighbors. You don't have to live in Churchill, but I mean, it's Churchill. We're celebrating Churchill. So I hope we get it's gonna be a great time.
Absolutely. Vice President?
Just that we're continuing our conversations, with Wilkins Township, about the future of our police services. And, it's not a simple process and it's not a fast process, so stay tuned.
Outstanding, which once again, my favorite thing is between everyone going home, turning off their computer, eating or doing whatever it is me. So in a 10-second version of it, thank you all. It's been a rougher than normal kind of month, and I appreciate all the counsel and your patience and willing to work with me as we kind of get through that. To folks out there, you know, here comes fall, so enjoy yourselves. You know, I got my daughter at soccer, and so I'm gonna wrap it up. So at this time, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
I get that match. Thank you all. Have a wonderful.
Thank you.